Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz, this is my channel Toiletterian. This is Maryam, my wife.
Hello.
Thank you Maryam for participating in this video. Today we have a different video for you. We thought instead of always talking about men's perfume, we talk about ladies perfume, and this has been requested quite a few times. People ask me what is Maryam's favorite perfumes, and today we are going to do that. One thing I have to mention before we go through is she's got around 50 to 60 perfumes, and we had to basically shrink them down to make the video possible, because if you want to 50-60 it will go forever. So this video we're going to talk about 11 fragrances that are under 50 pounds. So these are under 50 pounds, but both Maryam and I think they smell very, very good for the money. So basically they are fantastic value for money. This is what we're saying. Okay, so without any further ado, let's do this. So we go with the first one, and the first one is Tea Rose. So this is a very famous Tea Rose by the Perfume Workshop Limited. This has been around for a very long time. Many people would know this, but it's absolutely gorgeous and one of Maryam's favorites. So what we do, we just put them on the piece of paper, and Maryam would sniff them and she would give us a rating. But you have to remember these are her favorites, and also there is a repeated theme because she likes certain fragrances. For example, one of her favorite is rose, so it's going to be a little bit of repeated theme in here. Okay, so Tea Rose, this is 120 ml. This is an absolute bargain. This one is under £20 for 120 ml, and the performance on this is very, very good. It lasts you all day. Okay, so we put it on the... Alright Maryam, so give us your rating. So this one is basically, it's all about rose, and the rose in this is very fresh and it's very realistic. It's like you are in the garden and you're smelling the rose from basically the petals. Okay, so it's very, very realistic.
Oh, I love the rose.
Yeah.
There's like a different roses in it. Like a red rose, white rose.
Exactly, it's like a mixture of different roses. White rose,
very strong.
Exactly, and also pink rose. To me, it smells like a pink rose more. It's called Tea Rose, but you don't smell that much tea in there. It's mainly about rose in this one.
Yeah. If you like rose.
Yeah, if you like rose, this is absolute rose.
One of the perfumes for you.
Yeah, exactly. This is all about rose. Okay.
Yeah,
so how much you give it from 1 to 10?
10.
10. Okay, thank you. So Tea Rose 10 to 10, and it deserves it. I absolutely love that one as well, especially on Maryam. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is this is Mambusan and is Alexia pour Elie. What a big name. So as you can see, the bottle is gorgeous. Mambusan is a house that they are into jewelry. So they make jewelry, and that's why when you see their presentation is always top notch. It doesn't look like a cheap perfume at all. They always look like very luxury bottles, and as you can see, the bottle in this one is luxury. And this one is Eau de Perfume, and this one mainly what you get is fruity notes. Yeah. So this is quite fruity, but it's got a depth to it with some amber and woods. And it's quite similar to La Bella by Lancôme. It's quite similar to that one, but this one is under £30 and La Bella is around £70-80. So if you can, basically they are almost identical.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, this one is very, very nice. The Tea Rose is all year round, and this one is all year round as well. There is no season for them. For Tea Rose, I would think 25 and up is better because it's a little bit on the mature side. But the Pour Elie is very young, so any age can.
Very fresh
Yeah, fresh, fruity, and floral, and also backbone of a little bit of amber.
Has it got any vanilla?
Yeah, a little bit of vanilla in the background as well.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's very, very
It's
pretty.
beautiful.
Very pretty.
I love it. Beautiful.
Okay, so how much you give it from 1 to 10?
9.
9. Okay, so Mambusan Alexia per Elie, and this one is EDP 100 ml. As I said, is under £30, which is a absolute value for money. So for what we're showing you here is the ratio between what you pay and what you get is excellent. So basically, they are very, very good value for money. Okay.
But sometimes the price is different. Go high.
Yeah, obviously the prices might different because this is what we paid for them, but it could be a little bit higher or a little bit lower when you do your research. By the way, I put in the description below where you can find, I put the description of each of them, the names, and hopefully the places where you can find them for the cheapest. But you should always do your research anyway. Don't just take our word for it. Do your research and see if they are any good to you, and also see where you can find them for the best price. Okay, so let's go to the next one. The next one is MOR, and this is an Australian house. They usually make soaps, candles, and things like that, but they have few perfumes in their collection, and this one is one of the best one, especially Maryam's taste. She loves this one. And this one is called MOR Marshmallow, and this one is again EDP 100 ml. This one I think is under £40. So as you can see, the bottle is gorgeous.
The juice is very nice.
Yeah, the juice is basically what you get. It says marshmallow, and this one is like a cotton candy. It's very, very sweet. It's very vanillic, but it's got a big rose as well. The rose is a big player as well as in here, so it's got like a sweet rose basically.
Yeah, combination of marshmallow and rose.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
It's exactly what you says, marshmallow. So you get very sweet cotton candy, marshmallowy sweetness, and also the rose. The rose gives it body, and in the background, the rose is not in full front. It's in the background, but you can feel it and you can smell it, okay? But it's not a big player in here. The rose is a second player.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, this one is beautiful, and also again long lasting.
Smell, if you like sweets.
Yeah, very sweet. This one is long lasting. It's good for going out. I would say this one again 25 and up to be on the safe side, because it's a little bit on the mature side because of that rose.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay, Maryam. So how much you give it from 1 to 10?
9.5.
9.5. Good.
I love it. Beautiful.
Yes, gorgeous. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is Lush, from the house of Lush. You know Lush, they make soaps mainly, but shampoo, soaps, candles. But they have quite a big collection of perfumes, and majority of the perfumes are very, very beautiful, especially for the price. They are super strong, very long lasting, very natural smelling. And this one is one of Maryam's favorite because the note of orange blossom. One of her favorite is orange blossom, and the orange blossom in this one is very realistic, super realistic, very strong, and it's like you're walking into the orchid of just basically you're smelling all those flowers of the trees of citruses. Very, very realistic. Okay, so let's put it on the. So this one is Eau de Perfume, and it's very, very long lasting. It lasts you all day. And again, this one is a little bit on the mature side because of that floral aspect to it. But I think any age can rock this. This one is one of those universally liked fragrance. If you like, especially orange blossom, floral blossom, this is an absolute beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful, I love it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's like they squeeze the orange and the flower.
Exactly, it's very, very citrusy and very floral. So these two combinations is heavenly. It's like very, very fresh and uplifting.
Wow, beautiful. I love it.
And also therapeutic. It's very calming, very, very calming.
Beautiful, I love it.
So, what, from 1 to 10? 10, of course, because I know this one is one of her favorite.
Yeah, and it's
so for Lush, Orange Blossom, Eau de Perfume, and this one, if you go to their website, you'll find it around £80. but if you do your research, some other places they cheap. You can find it a little bit cheaper.
Not very cheap because
not very cheap because it's absolutely gorgeous, and also the quality is very, very good. Even for the £80, this one is a fantastic value for money because it's super strong. You don't need more than one or two, and also the quality is exquisite. Okay, so let's go to the next one. The next one is very famous again. This is classic, and this is Paloma Picasso. This one is very on the very classical side of perfumes. If you like the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, this is an absolute beautiful. It has got a very big. As you can see, the presentation is quite classic as well. It's got a very prominent sandalwood in here, so the sandalwood giving it that beautiful oriental smell, but also this one is one of those perfumes that it's got many notes, floral notes, citruses. It's got a woody backbone. It has some leathery aspect to it. It's very complex. In the meantime, it's blended so beautifully that you cannot pick up one note. It's blended.
Very posh perfume.
Yeah, it's very posh. It's very upper class. It's very ladylike. So this one is absolutely on the maturer side. But the main players are the florals and also the backbone of that leathery, woody, plus that sandalwood. Yeah. And the floral. The floral are very big in this one. If you like a floral, this is beautiful. Yeah. So from 1 to 10?
10 definitely.
10, yes, I thought so, because this is again one of her favorite. If you see many 10s, don't be surprised, because these are her favorites.
Very nice.
Paloma Picasso.
If I have another girl,
she's an Italian designer.
Wow,
and
very nice name.
Yeah, very beautiful name as well. And the presentation is good. And this one is again around £50. For that price, this is very good. Okay.
Call me Paloma next time.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Okay, so the next one is one of her favorite again, and this one is one of the first perfume I bought her when we got married, and
few years I have this.
Few years ago, and since then she's in love with it. And this one probably is the 6 or 7 bottles she went through. The first few one I bought her, they were very strong, but these ones, today's ones, unfortunately they've been reformulated, but they still perform well. They don't perform as well as before, but they're still quite good. And this one is Elie de Perfume Agent Provocateur, and this is the original one, the pink bottle, and this is again all about rose. So this one is very rosy and it's very floral. Yeah, this is absolute gorgeousness. This is sex in a bottle. Okay, so it's super sexy.
It's different, very different from the
Yeah, it's quite different from everything else, because everything else has got that seriousness about them. This one is very playful. So this is playful rose. It's very sexy and is warm. It's got depth to it, and also
I think if you wear it, it's like attract everybody.
Exactly. This is what I was going to say next. Very inviting. So invites
so many
you.
people are asking what are you wearing.
Exactly. This one has got her hundreds of compliments. Every time she wears it, people ask her what is she wearing. Many of these done the same, but this one's got probably the most compliment out of all of them because of that inviting beauty and the sexy aura to it.
Very nice.
Yeah, okay, so from 1 to 10?
10 again.
10 again, nice. So this one is around under £30, you can find it.
For the
which
price is really good.
Exactly, for the price, again, you cannot beat this one.
£30 is nothing.
Is absolute bargain, okay? So let's go to the next one. The next one is, this one's got a big name, so it's Juicy Couture, and this is an English house. And this one is called Viva La Juicy Rose, and this is Elie de Perfume version of it. And again, this one, as you can see, the presentation is very cute, is very youngster, sparkly, is very bling, but the juice itself is very good. In terms of the juice, I think this one is any age because it's not very mature, but it's got something about it, it's very likable. The rose in this one is blended with other notes like jasmine.
But it's not sharp. The smell is not.
Yeah, it's not sharp at all. It's very well done, and also it's got some fruity aspect to it. So it's fruity and it's rosy, and also it's got a little bit of vanilla in the background. But the vanilla is not overpowering. It's a little bit on the background. Okay, but again, overall the blend is very beautiful, similar to this, but again not similar, in a different way. If you get my suggestion, this one and this one, they have similar aspect to them, but they're not same. Okay, so what do you give it?
8.
8 out of 10. Nice. Okay, so this one, this one is for mature lady, this one is for younger lady. Okay, this is the difference between them. And again, a very long lasting, around 8 hours easy. This one is around 6 to 8 hours, so this one is 8 hours plus. Okay, very long lasting, especially if you put it on clothing, it will go all day and no problem, maybe next day as well. Okay, so let's go to the next one. The next one is one of, again, favorite. This is the theme, and this is Van Cleef and Arpels First, and this is a limited edition Eau de Perfume, because majority of the ones you find in the market are Eau de Toilette. This is Eau de Perfume. It's very hard to find, but in terms of a smell profile, they are very similar. The only thing is, in this one they made it much deeper. First is very soapy. This one is less soapy and more floral. Okay, so they made it like more opulent, if you like. So let's put it on a strip. So this one, Van Cleef First, it came out in 80s, but this particular one, which is the special edition, this is from 90s. Or no, sorry, it's from 2000s, and also they modernized it. They made it much more modern, because the first, when you smell it, it's quite on the classic side, but this one is much more modern. Okay, so Maryam, what do you smell? Do you smell floral? Yeah, very floral, very fruity, and also it's got
amber in it.
No, there's no vanilla, but it's very ambery. It's very smooth, ambery, and also it's got something in the background that making it a little bit spicy. So it's just like a spicy, floral, and
deeper smell.
Yeah, but there's no rose in here. I think it's mainly jasmine, because it's white floral, and also I think it's orange blossom as well. And also the spicy aspect of it is very attractive.
A nice combination of all these.
Yeah, and again, this one is all year round, but it's better suited for cooler weather, because that spiciness giving it a warmth.
Wow,
yeah, so this one again for mature crowd, maybe
very,
25.
I think similar to this one.
Yeah, quite similar to Picasso, but on a different level.
Yeah.
Paloma was very nice, and it's quite complex, but this one is different level. It's like a higher class. Okay. So how much you give it from 1 to 10?
10.
10. Nice. Beautiful.
I love it.
As you can tell, she likes obviously this is her own collection. That's why, you know, we bought these ones, because she likes these. So let's go to the next one. The next one is this one is quite famous, Elie Saab, or Elie Saab in Arabic, because he's a designer, clothing designer from Lebanon, but he's based in Paris, and his perfumes are very pretty, mainly around orange blossom. So he's a big player. I mean, he used orange blossom in a big way in his perfumes, and this one is no exception. So this one is again dominated by orange blossom, but it's got many aspects to it. Again, it's got some other florals and some fruitiness to it, and it makes it very pretty. Very cute. The only problem with the Elie Saab, if you buy it today, not the original ones. The original was very strong. Today they are reformulated and they are not as strong as before.
Even this one, it won't stay.
Yeah, it will stay around 4 or 5 hours. If you put it on the t-shirt and clothing like that, it will go a little bit longer.
Compared to the other perfumes.
Yeah, this is the weakest compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
But
and I was surprised.
Yes.
Because we paid, I think, £40.
Yeah, this one is £50,
Yeah.
but it's not as strong as the rest of them. As I said, the original ones were very strong.
But the smell is very nice.
Yeah, the smell it makes up for it
Very
because it's absolute gorgeousness. It's classically used but modernized it.
Yeah.
And as I said, the Orange Blossom is the biggest player, so it's floral, it's fruity, and it's very, very pretty. Okay, so what do you give it?
This one, unfortunately, I'm gonna give it 5
Why?
because the
Doesn't last.
yeah.
So she's giving it 5 but, for the smell.
The smell 8. I want.
Okay, so smell is 8, but for
Yeah.
performance, because she's not happy with
You
the
can
performance,
use
she's
it-
giving.
This
Okay,
perfume
shall we
a
give
lot.
it in the middle, 8, and shall we give it 6.5?
Yeah, 6.5.
6.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is another perfume from House of Lush, which we said before. This is a mainly soap making company, and this one is called Lust. Again, this one is very, very famous, and this one is mainly about Jasmine. So Jasmine
If
is
you like Jasmine.
yeah. This one is again 100 ml EDP. It lasts super long. Next day, no problem. And huge projection. If you put 3 or 4 of this, it will project to the next street. It's so strong. It's unbelievable, beautiful. And this one, as I said, is all about Jasmine. Jasmine, Jasmine, Jasmine.
But don't put it in the clothes because it will make it stain.
Yeah, this one is
Once happened to my
it might stain your clothing because
Yeah.
it's very strong.
Red color is better.
Yeah, and also it's because it's very thick perfume, it will stain the
Yeah.
clothing.
But I love this smell.
This one is class in a bottle. Okay, so imagine a queen, head of state, a prime minister. This is what she should wear. Basically, this is so upper class.
Very posh.
Yes,
Very
it's posh. It's very classy.
Very
It's elegant. It's absolutely gorgeousness. But you have to like Jasmine because this is
Very strong.
90% Jasmine, and the rest are in the background, which is a little bit of other florals and a little bit of base of ambery base, and also a little bit of woodiness in the base. But mainly this is Jasmine.
And I love Jasmine.
Okay, and how much you give it?
You know that is 10.
10 out of
That's
10,
what
of
I
course.
I love it.
Yes, this one deserves every penny
Yeah,
because
yeah.
super long lasting, beautiful,
Yeah.
and you cannot beat it in terms of ratio of the price to quality. Okay.
Yeah, very good.
Okay, so let's go to the last but not least, and this is again one of her favorites.
I love this.
We just saying that all the time, and this is Shalimar by Guerlain, and this is the Elie de Perfume version.
We put the second name for it.
So this one is the oldest of these bunch. It came out in 1920s. Yes, 1920s. But obviously has been changed many times during the 100 years the history of this perfume. But it is still beautiful, and we both think is not dated in any way or shape. Okay, so Shalimar, super classic, super classy.
Oh, we call it Shalimar.
Yeah, Shalimar. We call it Shalimar.
Very nice name. Wow, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, this is gorgeousness, but you have to like classical because it will take you back to the 1950s,
Like the olden
60s,
days.
olden days, because
Like-
it's
like
got.
you got history on it.
Yeah, it's like you are smelling history.
Wow.
It's very aldehydic. It's the list of notes are endless,
Wow.
thousands, hundreds. So what you get mainly is you get leather. The leather is quite strong.
Powdery is this?
Yeah, it's very powdery. It's leathery, sweet, but the sweetness.
Flowery.
Yeah, it's a sweetness is a balanced sweet. It's not too sweet. It's not less, and also it's got many floral aspects, floral, fruity aspect, and also woody aspects. So many aspects to it, but it is gorgeous to the max because
It stays
again
long, very
we think it's very, very timeless and it's beautiful
Wow.
today as well. And this one would get
10.
obviously 10
If
out
I
of
can
10.
give it like a 100, I will.
I will give you 100.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so this video was part 1 and these are all under £50. So next video is going to be a cheaper version, I mean under £30. So thank you very much guys for watching. Thank you Maryam for joining me in this video. I hope that was informative. I hope you find it useful. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for future videos, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much. Bye bye bye.